Good morning, Alan. Hello, everyone else, and welcome to TARDIS Spider. Tony Selby is Sabalon Glitz. To Doctor Who fans, Tony Selby is Sabalon Glitz. Glitz would appear in three stories: The Mysterious Planet and the Ultimate Foe from the Season 23 story arc, The Trial of a Time Lord, and Dragonfire from Season 24. The following is an excerpt from an interview with Gary Russell in the March 1988, number 134 issue of Doctor Who magazine. Tony Selby. Sabalon Glitz is a smashing character, and I love him, and I'm flattered by the fans being so appreciative towards him, because Doctor Who has been going on for many years and has tremendous commitment from fans. So I'm flattered to read in letters I've received about how they love Glitz. It's fun to be able, therefore, to come and go in the series, rather than, unless you're playing the Doctor, doing one long run, which is really getting yourself lumbered. It was probably a little bit of that Cockney typecasting, however, that made them think of me as Glitz, but how I got it was, for me, unusual. I've never been approached before in a social situation to do work. I was at a friend's birthday party and I met John Nathan Turner, and he said to my wife, "Does Tony put weight on easily?" And she said, "Oh, yes. It takes him about 4 months to lose the stone and 4 days to put it back on." Later, he talked to me about it and said he'd got this character which he'd like to be a little bit heavier than I was then, because Glitz is basically lazy, and he has a gopher, Dibber, who does all the hard work for him. I thought it was a bit like an intergalactic Arthur Daly, and we talked away the night about him. I don't know whether John had already made up his mind, or whether it was meeting me at that party, but it went on from there. I must say I was quite flattered to be asked back, because I didn't expect it. I'd only done a couple of rehearsals and 2 days location recording when J&T came down to the location, watched a playback of what we'd done, and said he liked Glitz very much and would come back and play him in the last two episodes. I said it would mean 4 month gap in which I might not be able to find work, and then I'd have to think about it. But quite soon after, I said yes. I'm very glad I did, because there was a very nice reaction to the character. Then, about 3 months before Dragonfire started up, I had a phone call from Chris Clue, the director. He asked me to come back and play Glitz because they'd had a nice story for him. I held them off for a while because, again, there were financial things to consider. If I said yes, I couldn't do anything else for a while. I waited, but then I said yes, of course. Had it been Glitz, the motion picture, I'd probably have said yes quicker. The BBC, as you know, don't exactly pay top whack. But I said yes, and here I am again in an absolutely smashing story. If you are enjoying this video, please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. How would Tony describe Sabalon Glitz? Did he like him? Was Glitz the sort of chap Tony would take to tea with his grandma? Ah, yes, he's got great charm, but I'd keep an eye on the valuables. He's a rascal, and I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. But I think he might probably accidentally help you out of a jam, because basically he's got a great love of life, and to be like that, you've got to enjoy being around with other people. He's not averse to evil. He doesn't worry about losing people if they weren't doing him any favors or the price was right. But then, if he really got on great with the friend, I think he'd be loyal. I don't know what happened to Diver, though. He must have got mislaid on some venture or another. Having worked with both Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, had he noticed any similarities between the actors? Funny enough, they are fairly similar. Both jolly people, and although physically very different, they have similar senses of humor. When rehearsing, I think that's the main thing needed. When doing a long series, it has to have lots of fun and create a terrific atmosphere. A lot of the enjoyment comes all down the line, from J&T through Chris Clue, and then, if the leading actor enjoys it, work can't go wrong. And sure, I'd love to do another one. As I said, I wouldn't want to do more than a couple of episodes in a season, but I think if you're the character that can just pop up every once in a while, you're safe. And after all, who can resist Doctor Who anyway? It's all such fun. That was taken from an interview with Tony Selby in a 1988 issue of Doctor Who magazine. I hope you enjoyed it. Please enjoy any of the three stories that Tony Selby, as Sabalon Glitz, is in. Enjoy your journey through time and space. Good night.